Morning, guys. Alright, so I woke up this morning, alright, and a lot of you guys know as of lately I've been covering Hurricane Irma and the hurricane that's in the Gulf, and also as well Jose. Also in previous videos, I talked about solar flares, CMEs from the sun, and how they affect the world, pressure on the plates and causes earthquakes. And I'm sorry, with everything that Hurricane Irma's been doing, with the massive storm that it is, I haven't really reported on what the sun has been doing. As of a couple days ago, the sun let off a massive CME, one of the biggest ones that we've seen in a decade. We call it a Solar X. That's how they categorize it. Anyways, I woke up this morning too. There was a mega earthquake at 8.0 in Mexico, right off the coast of Mexico, but Mexico City felt it. There's videos all over YouTube of the damage. There's videos, articles all over the internet if you guys want to read into it. I'm driving right now on my way to work. It was massive. Think about it, 8.0. That's the biggest one that I've seen in a while. Don't get me wrong, we have earthquakes every day, little swarms here and there, 2.5s, 3.0s, and we've been, in fact, been getting up there in bigger earthquakes. But it seems like I can see the trend with everything that's been going on lately, with when these CMEs let go and the sun's earth facing, when these CMEs release, there's always, a major earthquake somewhere around the world, and it could go anywhere from 5.0 to, I don't know. I've seen 7.2 as of recently, but, this one, I will, again, like I said, I've known about the CME burst for a couple of days. 8.0 last night off the coast of Mexico, and even Mexico City felt it. And in the wake of that, we have right there in the golf course Cataya sitting there gearing up, ready to go in the Gulf. That's a Category 1. They're expecting, give me 1 second, I gotta change lanes. They're expecting Jose to be a Category 2 by the end of today, which that's going to veer off to the north of the Atlantic, thank God. But before it does that, those islands that felt Irma that are devastated, I want to say the Anguilla Islands, I'm sorry, I know I'm not saying that right, they're devastated right now, and they're gonna see a little bit of Jose as Jose goes past, within the next couple of days. And these guys down there, just keep them in your thoughts. I mean, they're already devastated with Irma, and then 2 days later they're going to be getting hit with Jose, which would be a Category 2, possibly a Category 3 hurricane. Scary. I woke up this morning and I read about the earthquake, and we all know about Irma, with everything that just happened to Harvey, and this year, man, it's been, what a year, to be alive. And I'm not saying exciting, I mean, like, it's scary. It really is. The world is changing, and people they don't realize what's going on. Everyone's all political, and even society is changing. Political factions are changing. People can't get along anymore. And a lot of people has heard me say plenty of times, I'm not a religious person. I don't follow just one religion. I kind of take the common sense of everything and, apply it to my life and say that's what it is. But, I'm looking at Revelations in the Christianity Bible, and it's scary to, what you read and then what you see going on in today's society. Earthquakes going on everywhere. Mother Nature, weather is just, insane, and we're seeing more and more stronger storms. Seasons are shortened. 10 years ago, we used to have snowstorms up here in Ohio. Now, I mean, we get snow, but not like what we used to. Our winters are being shortened. You know, the fall of society around the world is happening. You know, no one can show respect to anyone. You know, so, you know, I'm paying attention to a lot. You know, there's a lot going on. You know, it makes me nervous. I'm not making these videos to be a fearmonger. I'm not trying to scare people. You know, telling people that the world's going to end. You know, but we're definitely going through some changes that people really need to pay attention to. Because this isn't over yet. Alright, we're at the turning point of a major change. And I'm not talking pole shift. I'm not talking, you know, global change. I'm not talking like we're going to be going into the next cold ice age or anything like that. But it's just, you know, you guys got to pay attention to what's going on around the world. You know, not with just, you know, people and their actions in society, but we got to really pay attention to what the weather's doing and the way things are getting affected. You know, and it's really scary because, you know, we had the solar eclipse here in America the same year that we're going to be having, you know, if you pay attention to the Bible, you know, September 23rd, you know, there's a part in the Bible that talks about the woman and the dragon, and it's talking about the alignment in the stars is going to be making Virgo, you know, giving birth through Leo, or Leo's going to be coming through, I don't know. You know, and the way that the stars are supposed to line up, that's supposed to be seen September 23rd this year. We've already seen, like, if you guys look in Revelations, we've already seen where people can't get along. You know, we can no longer respect one another. You know, Mother Nature, the weather's changing. It's more intense. Again, like I said, guys, I'm not here to fearmonger anybody into anything. I'm just here to let you guys know what I'm seeing and what I'm thinking. You know, this is just an opinion video. And maybe some of you guys agree with me. Some of you guys will probably tell me I'm wrong and want to debate me. And it is what it is, you know. But like I said, with update on Hurricane Irma, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys now are paying attention to this. You know, we have a lot of friends, family that's, you know, impacted by this hurricane. We all know that Florida, you know, is expecting a direct impact of as of right now. The models, you know, they kept changing as the week went, and we expected that. You know, as the storm comes closer, you know, there was multiple different projections as to where it was going to go. It was talking about that it could possibly go back into the Gulf Coast, which that was unlikely, but it was possible. But the more likely scenarios would have been that it was going to go out to it was going to make a sharp right turn back out to the Atlantic and, you know, stay off the coast of Florida, you know, the East Coast, and ride up the coast of the United States, you know, Georgia and the Carolinas. South Carolina, they declared a state of emergency a couple days ago. But the models has changed yet again. And now that we are 2 days out from the blunt of the storm, tonight, southern tip of Florida is going to start seeing the winds and some of the rain, you know, the outer bands of this storm. It's going to be more so early tomorrow morning is when it's actually going to start making an impact. But they're talking about the storm is supposed to go right up the middle of Florida, and that's the eye of the storm is going to go right up the center of Florida. So if that happens, this hurricane is bigger than Andrew. This hurricane is bigger than Charlie, Katrina, anything that we've seen in the last, you know, 2 decades. This storm is massive. You know, everyone in Florida that's trying to ride out the storm, you know, they say that, you know, we've been through hurricanes before, we got this. You know, yeah, you guys may have survived Andrew, you know, and back then that was recorded as one of the biggest hurricanes. But you guys got to understand that this hurricane is way bigger than Andrew. We don't have a storm on record that we can compare this to. The only thing that we can do is, you know, issue evacuations, mandatory evacuations, and hopefully people can get out. You know, I see on Facebook where everyone's waited till the last minute. You know, I got friends in Florida that I've been, you know, seeing on Facebook. I've been really paying attention to them. My buddy Tim, my buddy Steve, You know, I got family down in Florida. My buddy got a daughter down in Florida. And, you know, I'll tell you right now, being up here in Ohio, my buddy has his daughter in Florida. He's a nervous wreck right now, dude. He's trying to tell them to get out. They don't want to leave. And he's torn, you know, because he wants to go down in Florida and get her. But we all know you can get into Florida, but you can't get out. You know, you see the traffic jams. And now that everyone's waited till like the last minute, the traffic jams are going to be just that much worse. So now he's decided to hold off until Sunday, till after the storm passes, before he, you know, decides to head down. But he's loaded up with tarps and generators, and, you know, he's ready to make that trip. Letting you guys know right now that if he makes that trip, I'm going to try to go with him. You know, it's going to be a long ride for just him. You know, we'll probably swap rides back and forth. You know, he drives a little while, I'll drive a little while. You know, I just want to go down there and help people. You know, this is going to be a massive storm, guys. And if you guys have friends, families, you know, loved ones down there that's decided to stay, please reach out to them and tell them to get out. They're talking about, you know, this thing could either drop down to a Category 4 before it hits Florida, but also it might not. It might sustain the Category 5, because as it approaches closer to Florida, you know, it's going to be hitting warm waters, and we all know warm waters and hurricanes, you know, that's what keeps its strength. If not, it could get stronger. It's only dropped, you know, wind speed about 20 miles per hour. Last night when it was hitting Cuba, you know, it dropped down to 165 miles per hour wind, you know, and that's a good thing. But if you guys think about it, 165 is still very, very, very powerful. So again, guys, I'm on my way to work. I'm trying to keep updated with this. Thank you for everyone that's been messaging me, texting me, letting me know about what's going on, keeping me updated so I can keep you guys updated as well. But like I said, I mean, with these massive earthquakes, you know, the 8.0 in Mexico that happened late last night, and then these hurricanes coming, you know, we just had Harvey. You know, America itself is witnessing some really messed up storms. So again, guys, please be vigilant. Keep your eyes to the skies. Keep your feet on the ground. Just pay attention, guys. Like I said, I'm not here to try to fear monger anyone. Just, you know, just use your common sense, guys. This world is going through some changes, and it's happening a lot quicker than a lot of people expected. You know, pay attention to revelations in the Bible. You're going to see, if you actually sit down, get off social media and listen to what other people tell you, you know, and actually do the research for yourself. Open your mind, open your heart, and believe what you read. You know, it's a scary thing, guys, you know, for everybody. You know, I'm not a prayer, you know, I'm not one to, you know, I'm keeping everyone in my thoughts, you know, in my mind, you know, in the South. You know, whether or not you're in Mexico, whether or not you're in Florida, Cuba, everyone that's been hit in Puerto Rico, and all the, you know, Virgin Islands that's already been devastated. You know, every one of you guys are in my mind. So, I hope everyone stays safe. Please reach out to someone, let them know that they need to get out. They need to. Alright, this is a storm that we've never seen. We have no way to compare it to anything, so we can't tell the public what to expect. That's why we do live streams. That's why we get the word out to people, to let them know that, you know, this is serious. So, alright guys, I'm about to hit the job site. I'll have an early day today. I'm sure as the day goes on, we'll have some new information on Hurricane Irma. And I'll be keeping you guys updated. I'll probably make some videos later today when I'm home of some live feeds. And we'll see what's going on. Alright, everyone stay safe. And I'll see you guys later.